Hey everyone, it's Nick with Us versus Herd, and today was a crazy day in the markets. Biden came through at the all-time high of the day, at the highs of the day, with a potential proposal to basically raise taxes on capital gains to 39.6%. But first, if you made money today, comment below, got paid. If you lost money today, comment below to learn a lesson. If you could do me a big favor, hit the like button for the YouTube algo. Definitely appreciate it. Today, on all this drama, I did lose a couple bands here, which, not ideal. Not ideal when we were set up for success, and then we had the news come out that Biden's going to be pushing this proposal out. But to go through it, I'll go through some of the charts, but just wanted to cover what's going on with this proposal, what to watch out for, and what's kind of to come. But essentially, he's looking to increase capital gains on 39 to 39.6 for those Americans earning more than $1 million, which, in my opinion, obviously when we're trading in the stock market, the end goal is to make money. The end goal is to increase profits. Like, it's going to go from 20% under the proposal. It's not passed yet or anything. It would go from 20% to 39.6%. And does that encourage people to actually, want to trade more? I don't think so. Would that encourage you? Like, you'd want to be just under that $1 million threshold because you don't want to get taxed the extra. Is it better to make 900,000 or is it better to make 1 million? Probably better to make 90,000 or 900,000 because then you're going to not have to pay that extra tax at a million plus, right? And there's a lot of traders. There's a lot of investors that are making the seven-figure threshold. So when you say this doesn't apply, like if you're trading the stock market, doesn't matter if you're a small trader, middle of the ground, large, whatever. It applies to you because there are billions, millions being made in the markets. This is a big deal for the markets, right? He's going to release a proposal formally next week as a way to fund spending in the upcoming American Families Plan. So he's looking to basically get funding for all these other things that they want to do. He's looking to tax the rich to feed his other proposals, right? So, in my opinion, when you're doubling the tax, I think that we're in a place where it's a little bit dangerous. I could see increasing from like 20% to 22% or 20% to 23%, but near double for if you're earning seven figures or more. I'm not trying to cry or say, hey, those people should be rich, but the system encourages people to make money. If you start increasing that tax 40, 50, 60, 70%, like where does it end, right? You're encouraging people not to make money at that point. They would rather make less to get taxed less. Like, why would I want to go through all the effort to make more money if they're just going to take it away? And that's kind of the situation that we're in right now. The proposal would be separate from the $2.3 trillion infrastructure package known as the American Jobs Plan, which would be funded by an increase in the corporate tax rate to 28%. So there's a lot of things going on here. He wants to raise taxes, corporate taxes. He wants to raise the capital gains tax on if you're a millionaire from 20% to 39.6%. So it's concerning. It's definitely concerning. And as you can see here, looking at ES, this is ES today. We had a little bit of a drama this morning at open. Then we popped up right here, high a day. And it's very interesting to me. NASDAQ, S&Ps, they were all at high a day, and they were decimated. And this is where I got trouble on MNQ, right? Because what was happening, what was going through my mind right now is looking at MNQ this morning. Bought the dip here, made some good money here, and then I was starting to buy this flag in here, looks a little bit looks better on the 15-minute chart. So I was looking to buy this. You know, if you're looking at it here, I made some money on this run up. I started to buy into this flag and started to run, right? It started to run up. It was going to break. It was going to break high a day here, looking good, and then all of a sudden, you know, we get this flush, and as you can see here, this is the 1 minute chart here. In 1 minute, Nasdaq went from 940. In 2 minutes, went down to 861. We flushed 100 points in 2 minutes before we even figured out what would happen, because we didn't even get. I mean, obviously the algos got the news. We didn't get the news until later, and at that point, you're just like, dang, you know. And then we had a little bit of a rebound, made a little bit of money back in here, but overall today was just a mess. Now, one thing I will say for Nasdaq, important levels, as you can see here, it's been hitting 13,750. Like, it's been sticking here. Like, it hit here on 420, then 421. We bounced 422. That's April 22nd. We came back down here again, and then, you know, right now at futures open, we're still here. As you can see at the time of this video, we're chilling here at 755, 50 area. So this area for me is pretty important for it to kind of hold its ground. You know, it's below. The nice thing about today was, while I was getting a little bit long, is because we crossed over the 10-day moving average and we were holding. So I thought, man, we're gonna push to 14,000. That's what I was prepared for. And then we got the flush, which, you know, my stops were a little bit too loose, I would say, on that. But I would say we need to be very careful here looking at the Nasdaq. Like, this is the line. We got to hold the line. Otherwise, 613.6 is inevitable. It's inevitable. Now, when he rolls this out, I mean, what's the likelihood? The question is, what is the likelihood of him actually passing this? I mean, a lot of people are saying it's pretty likely. It's pretty likely. So I don't know if it's going to happen or not. It's just amazing how the market reacted to this. It was amazing. I mean, if let me know in the comments below what you thought of today's reaction. Just crazy. If we look at the S&Ps, right? S&Ps are looking good, but we have to hold here. It needs to hold here. You know, basically 4,100, 4,110 area, 4,120. Anywhere from 4,100 to 4,120. We need to hold this ground. We need to hold this ground if bulls want to have another leg up. We're having nice pinging back and forth, right? If we look at this here, had a nice leg up. Now we're consolidating, but if we want to leg up 4,200, 4,250, we really need to hold this area. Otherwise, we're gonna lose some ground here. Probably gonna come down to the 4,000s, 3,900 area, right? On the S&Ps. Dow, same thing. I mean, everything got the flush today, right? Like, it was just same thing we're holding here. Dow's holding 33,725 area. It's got to hold this. Otherwise, I'm thinking next week's going to be a little bit rough. If he pushes this proposal out, I think that the market, unless the market has enough time to digest, or maybe the market will go up, but I don't know. I'm just going to scale back my risk a little bit, because I don't know how the market is going to react when he puts a formal proposal out. And like, I don't understand. Like, was he just like casually like in the White House and was like, hey, let's just put the proposal out. Let's see what happens. Let's just talk about it. You know, like, it wasn't like there was no formality about it. He didn't have like a press conference or anything. It's just crazy. I mean, if you look at stocks like Tesla, I mean, Tesla was struggling, but again, it was starting to rebound. Tesla, I was actually playing this rebound here, and it got flushed here too, right? We got flushed straight down from 745 down to 718. It was having a rough go, down trending, and then it reversed, and then immediately, you know, the news came out and sold it off. I mean, Apple, same thing. Apple's looking good. Nice bull flag setup here on Apple. Like, this was a great setup. Was about to break the flag, and then at high a day on Apple, got the major flush. So I get that it's frustrating. I get that, you know, we'll lose money on days like today, but we have to use proper risk management. Maybe my stops were a little bit too loose because the amount the Nasdaq was moving. And that's just a lesson that I'll take forward. And, you know, you're never done learning lessons in the market. You're never done. You're never done. Intel, INTC, they actually reported earnings. And Intel, I don't know if anyone traded this, but it's under the 50-day moving average. Intel reported let's see here. They reported EPS 139 versus 115, expected down 1% year over year, and revenue came in a little bit higher, 18.57 billion versus 17.9. So, that being said, Intel, things are not looking good for Intel. AMD was also getting shredded too today, but AMD is holding right here 79. So if AMD can hold this area, it could be a nice bounce to 85-90 area. But I mean the world right now that we're in with the news, I mean we may not be able to get a good bounce out of this, a solid bounce, because this was just, I mean, AMD was having trouble at the start, looking like it was leveling out, and then we got another leg down due to the news. So just be careful out there, stay safe, and always stay green. It's us versus herd.